Well, today in the trial of Sean Combs, jurors heard from another former personal assistant of the hip hop mogul, and a controversial rapper showed up at the courthouse. ABC's Rena Roy has the latest from New York.
One of the biggest names in hip-hop showing up today to the high-stakes federal criminal trial of Sean Diddy Combs. Kanye West, known as Ye, stepping out of a Mercedes Maybach at the courthouse in Manhattan. And when he asked if he was there in support of Combs, he nodded and said yes. The rapper, watching about 10 minutes of testimony on a screen in an overflow room, he was not able to enter the main courtroom.
There's what's called an overflow room, where there are multiple large screens where you can watch both the witness, the defendant, as well as the lawyers arguing the case and some of the evidence.
Charlucci Finney, a music producer and friend of Combs, was in the room with Ye and was pointing out elements of the courtroom setup to him. West watching the beginning of the testimony from Combs' former personal assistant, Jonathan Perez, before he then left the courthouse. Today, the jury hearing from a federal agent who says he seized drugs and guns from Combs' Los Angeles mansion, along with 900 bottles of lubricant and 200 bottles of baby oil. That former assistant to Combs, Jonathan Perez, taking the stand under an immunity agreement with prosecutors, telling jurors he provided supplies for so-called hotel nights with escorts, also prepping the rooms and cleaning them up. He said once he saw a video he shouldn't have of Jane having sex with another man after Combs' videographer discovered it on an iPad. He says he told Combs' chief of staff, Christina Coram, about it. On cross-examination, Perez testified that setting up hotel rooms and procuring drugs were personal errands and not work-related tasks. The defense asking it had nothing to do with your work, Perez responding no. The defense attempting to make a distinction in a case accusing Combs of conspiring with his employees as part of a criminal enterprise. Now, after Perez, we're expecting to see prosecutors call up what's known as a summary witness to try and tie together all of the testimony that jurors have heard so far before the prosecution rests their case next week. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.